Subtug. Today we're going to be looking at a different content creator, Mr. Appoh, Applejack, Appoh, 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 Appa Upa Duba, Yabba Dabba Duba, App for the poo himself, Appoh. Now, Mr. Appoh had this clickbaity title called The Most Confusing Pro Play Match in the Finals. And I was like, dog, I gotta watch this because what is this most confusing match of the finals? Now, I've seen a lot of pro play before. I've seen it in fighting games, I've seen it in RTS games, even seen it in shooting game. And I've seen a lot of cool strategies. I've seen some weird strategies. I have probably seen the most strategies of all time. But do I actually show my own strategies? No, usually when I show my strategies, I'm going 0-2 in losers bracket, dog. But once upon a time, I was in top 32 and I was doing really cool. But yeah, I've been around the block, dog. Let's just say that. All right, before we look at this video, Appoh, 43.5K subscribers. God damn. I think you're the first content creator that I've reacted to that actually had like almost 50K subs. Man, you're doing a very successful job. Good job, man. His comment is like, what is even happening? Oh my God, Teresa, let's go get some shoes. Like, what is even happening? If you enjoy my videos, please like and subscribe, dog. I will like and subscribe if the video's good. Okay, pinned by Appoh. What is the EK curse? I don't know what that means. Might be an inside joke. Tyler Oliveira based psychological warfare is definitely tech inside the finals. Oh, it's officially tech inside the finals? I read that wrong. Psychological warfare, you can do that all day, dog. You know, you wake up and you go get some breakfast and you're like, do I want the Lucky Charms or do I want the wheat piece of shit? And you eat the wheat piece of shit to have psychological warfare in your brain. So you become gay. I don't know, dude. No, actually, if you do the Fruity Pebbles, you're probably more gay than that. Tangerine Nights TV says, watching live with my audience, I said they just want to bore and annoy the Zoomer brains to death. Called it. All right, let's see. I can't wait. This game feels like that stuff later used in rulebook as illustrative example by Tony Neon. Is he like Neon Gates, the other guy? The guy that looks like Dr. Octopus? Maybe this is the brother of Dr. Octopus, dog. Soder. We got Soder. As someone who comes from FGC scene before the finals, I think mental is probably one of the most underdeveloped aspects in the finals pro play. Often I see Ruby teams lose to Diamond teams by either convincing themselves it's meta, or they're cheating, or they're not in the top form today. I don't mean to say it doesn't happen, but too often, teams lock themselves out of the comeback potential when they think like that. When they think like that. What? I gotta read that sentence again. I don't mean to say it doesn't happen, but too often teams lock themselves out of the comeback potential when they think like that. Okay, so I did read it correctly. He really wanted to make that point across that. He just doubled that. I don't know if that's like extra English that I failed. Is that a correct sentence or is that just a typo? Too many top teams also quickly fall apart when they come across something slightly frustrating, even toxic behavior. What is even toxic behavior? I hate when people use words they don't even fucking mean. What does that mean? What's toxic? What's not toxic? Okay, that doesn't make any goddamn sense. Always keep calm, reset yourself, consider your options, adapt accordingly. Well, I did not keep calm reading that sentence. I know, okay, so he comes from FGC scene. I know the fighting game scene as well. I played fighting games before. I went into tournaments before. I know the strat. I know the meta. I know all the tricks of the trade. One thing that I disagree, Mr. I came from the FGC, is you see Diamond teams and Ruby teams. I gotta tell you this. It doesn't matter. None of this shit matters. I have seen people who don't even have any fucking Ruby, Platinum, Diamond, gold-crested pillow sheets. No, nothing. Nada. Zilch. No rank whatsoever. And they just hop on the scene and fucking body people. So anytime I see Ruby, Diamond, whatever, that's out the window. I don't give a shit about your credentials. All I care about is the match. Mono v mono. If I'm able to adapt to your bullshit strategy and I win, your thing means nothing to me. Also, if he comes from the FGC scene, hasn't he seen all these FGC upsets where it's like, oh, here's a guy that won, Evo like 20 years in a row. And then some fat fuck comes in a furry costume and he's like, bodied. And then it's like, oh, there goes your fucking Ruby Platinum shit. But I know what he's trying to mean. He's basically trying to say that mental game is true. And it is true. If you're like in a, like, again, fighting game, if it's Ryu versus Ken and Ken's doing what you gonna do when the round begins? Shoryuken. If Ken's gonna do that bullshit, and then he goes and does a taunt, he doesn't need to do the taunt, but the taunt gets in the guy's head. So now he's like, this motherfucker's doing Shoryuken on wake up, and it's like, yeah, dog, he's definitely gonna do that wake up. Soder. You're kind of correct. I kind of agree with you, but not really. All right, enough of that. We kind of understand the comments are kind of saying that this whole match is a mental game, but it's the most confusing pro play by Mr. Appoh. So let's take a look at it.
That have ever been played in pro play since the dawn of time. This is one where I was losing my mind on stream. As you can see here, I was just so confused. I was even angry at points because I was just like, why is nothing happening?
I don't expect any.
I really hate when teams that have control over one don't have it.
This is
But it's like if you kill them, then
Okay, so it's team 1 versus team 2, and they're across the map. Okay.
tap it. They spawn before you get to move it anyways.
Long range here.
So it's like, I feel like you need it in motion first.
Okay, invis.
Tap the fucking guy!
Okay, through the PP hole. Shooting through the PP hole.
Dude, Noose is so close to one. He's literally standing over it. Just fucking tap.
Okay, so he's getting angry. So what we have team 1 and team 2, or let's just do Pink and OJ. We'll do Pink and OJ. Pink has 2 here. This is supposed to be the flanker, possibly. He's like way in the back, dude, as a flanker. But since they're next to the vault, he's probably going to like pick up the vault and like go to A or B or whatever have you. This is a weird position for OJ. I think there's like 1 and 2 here, right? This guy's shooting through the PP hole. He's supporting him. And their flankers still next to them. So they're just sticking together without knowing what's happening or whatever. If these guys are going to really run with the vault and then go to A or B or whatever, they need to like double down that play. However, I know in finals matches, wiping a whole team is very beneficial because you don't have to worry about their bullshit. So if they are going to push, these two should have suppressing fire while this one tries to go and flank this side or this side. But I think this has like no cover whatsoever, so it's kind of easier to do this side. But there's a huge gap, so you definitely got to use like a zip line or a jump pad, or maybe get lucky with like all 3 shooting at one guy. But there needs to be a plan. Right now, there's no plan. It's basically like pop and shoot, pop and shoot, pop and shoot, and they're trying to wait until something gives.
Even if Ransom does lose this somehow, their hotel is just brought to the
please.
Oh my god. 5-minute mark. Damn, dude. So nothing happened. 5-minute mark. They're still in the same goddamn position. Okay, now I know why he was crashing out, dog. I mean, I would crash out, but this might be like a check. This is more like a game of chicken, okay? Because the vault's here. So technically, Pink has the advantage for OBJ because they're next to the vault. And then they probably could go B because that looks like the close. I don't know where A is in this video. But OJ has the advantage because they're kind of like in a good defensive position. Because if they're going to go here or here, this whole big empty space is just like there's no cover. So the other team has to really use those little connexes and the trees and whatever have you. But I don't think they got what they got, dog. If anybody sees like StarCraft or any of the pro players, it's usually Zerg versus Zerg, and they get like a big pile of just like Zerglings and bullshit. And they know that if one pushes the other, something's going to give. So they're trying to like go back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And then until like one of the high level units gets 1 kill of 1 Zergling, and then they're like, swarm, because that 1 kill is just enough to just win the fight. This is kind of like that. They're going back and forth, seeing if somebody makes 1 mistake. You can even see this in boxing. I mean, just look at any competitive like boxing match. You just see people doing this, and they're throwing like weak jabs because they're just like, they're trying to download their opponent. They're trying to get in their head. They're like, okay, if this guy is going to hit me with his right hook all the fucking time, maybe I should bait him, and maybe I do a little dance, or maybe I don't know, maybe I'll pick my nose or some shit, just enough for the guy to like kind of like be like, what? Boom, that's how you get some, dog, right? So this is clearly what it is, but I don't know if this is going to be like the craziest thing you ever saw, but I don't know the lore of the finals if Nobody has ever done this in the finals history. If this is the first time they've done in the finals history, then there you go. But I've seen moments like this in other esports environments.
We'll see if we get there. We're loading up that second RPG.
Can people copy us more? Like, we never let this shit drag on.
I mean, yeah,
dog, I know when I'm a viewer, when I'm a viewer and I'm in this situation, I'll be like, dog, me and homie G, we know how to go in. We'll throw the portal. We get out of the portal, and then we'll do the RPG, and then we do the winch claw, and then they're done. Watching this, I'm backseat gaming like, dog, just go in. But that's only because of experience, or maybe because I'm a little more gutsier than the average player.
Basically, when Ransom faced KCP for the final spot in the top 8 of Cycle 2, the game dragged on so long. Basically, nothing happened for the first almost half of the game. Historically, this has basically never happened in pro play. And by the end of it,
Good, thank you for answering that. I don't know the lore. This is my first video of watching your stuff, and I normally don't watch a lot of pro play, the finals, right? You know, thanks for letting me know. Thanks for letting me know. Thanks for that little footnote to know that this is the first time it's happened.
Finally started to clue in on what was even going on, and I had a sneaking suspicion that this was all just a mental game versus just going in with strategy. Typically, what I am...
No, I mean, it is strategy, all right? If the definition of strategy is having a plan to try to win, mental is strategy. Don't just say, oh, they're playing a mental game and not a strategy. Some motherfuckers out there, that's their only strategy, is just get it in your head. Fighting game as an example. Some people that I've seen before just suck really, really bad, that when they fight a person, let's just say it's Street Fighter and they get a hard knockdown, they'll just like corpse hump a bunch of times just to get in that guy's head, because he's like, man, this guy thinks he's good just because he did a hard knockdown. Like, F this guy, I'm gonna body him. And then, you know, you get on wake up and you're going in for like a big combo. Sorry, dog. He was psyoping you, dog. He was using his psyop powers to make you believe that he was a scrub with a hard knockdown of popping off. But then he just does this huge ass combo. And then you're like, wow, I just fell into that gimmick. And it's like, yeah, it happens all the time.
Analyze, and what we see in pro play is strategies, coordination, teamwork, execution of plans. There's so many different things that go into the finals, especially in pro play, and skill has a major factor in it. Whereas this game, it almost felt like skill took a backseat to just a full-on mental game.
It's like that meme. What's that meme? First time. This is definitely your first time, dog. This is not my first rodeo, dog. I have seen shit like this in any other esport, man. Hell, I do that live sometimes when I'm streaming, dude.
I messaged one of the players asking, like, what were you doing? Like, what was this strat? Like, I need to know what was going on. And he gave me a
wait. Was it just Rip Bozo? I was just playing with him, dog. Is that what he said?
Interesting answer that he indeed was playing a mental game.
No fucking shit. I'm glad you reached out to get that vital information. You are a top tier reporter, sir.
And I thought this was so fascinating that I wanted to kind of like interview the team. I just wanted to ask them a couple questions so I could get insight.
You don't need that many questions, dog. You don't need that many questions. There's a lot of people in life, just think about anything. Like, think about you growing up and it's like, you know, recess and you're playing basketball and you say, hey, dude, I fucked your mom, ha, ha, ha. And they're like, no, my mom's a saint. And then you fucking slam dunk them, or I don't know what fucking game you used to play in whatever school you go to. But it's like, you do that to get in their head. Let's just say you're going to go on a joyride with your homeboys to the bar and someone's like, I got shotgun. And then you come in and you're like, hey, is that your mom? And then they turn around, they just see a man with a beard. And then they're like, hey, that's not cool. My mom's not, you know, a man. And it's like, oh, psych, I got shotgun. Like, it's something so common that it's funny for me to see other people think this is a new concept. It's like, dog, even cavemen were doing that. They're going, unga bunga yaba dunga baka. And they're like, ba 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 ba. And they're like, ba 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 ba. They do that shit, dog.
To what their team was thinking and, you know, the decision as to why they did this. But
they did it to win. When you're playing a game, especially if you're in grand finals where I don't know how much money they're winning, maybe a couple of skins and like a drink and a hot lady, but it's a prize, right? They're winning for a prize. You do whatever you can to win.
Break down just what happened. So like I said, roughly around the half time of the final round, so this is about 9 minutes, 10 minutes, is when the game actually starts. We had
whoa. So before you showed there was 5 minutes, this went at 10 minutes. Nothing was going on for 10 minutes. That's crazy. Okay, Now I understand the gravity of the situation. When I play the finals, it's just like ADD central, a bunch of colors in my face, a bukkake of sounds and colors, and everyone's shift Wing and shooting and zip zapping and zooping. That 10 minutes for nothing to happen is kind of unheard of in this game. Okay, so I was talking shit about your so I was talking shit about your interview style, whatever, but you know what? You're kind of right, dog. Damn, 10 minutes.
Stalemate, where they're just sitting on roofs for the longest time and nobody tapped, nobody did anything. Even when there was a bit of a push, it instantly just got reversed and it was just stalled out again.
Well, Sansoyo.
Wait. It was reversed and stalled out again? Oh my god, okay.
Slothy's team is in the building. Oh my gosh. Something happened, guys. Something happened.
Into the building using a gateway, and now they are right under.
So OJ is actually inside, Pink's on the outside. So they got a little closer, but still nothing happened.
Where Ransom
oh my god.
is postured up, and perhaps they're waiting for a vantage point, perhaps they're waiting for a slip up.
Yeah, so let's.
You say you're going to commit slur slide? What you said? Let's go back.
And perhaps they're waiting for a vantage point, perhaps they're waiting for a slip up.
Permit slur slide. Were you saying that so the AI doesn't give you a mark? That's kind of funny though. I'm just thinking of Kermit the Frog killed himself now, dog.
Yeah, so let's skip forward a little bit of the match and watch some of the actual fights that had happened, and then we're going to break down what the result of the game was.
Okay, they're actually engaging.
Dome shield's down already before this deal.
Okay. Portal shenanigans. Who teleport? They don't know. They don't know, dude.
There we go. There's a kill. There's a kill.
All right, now divide and conquer. Divide and conquer. Is it like what, 3v1? No, 3v2 now.
Last one's up on top of Ransom. They find that pick on Barry. 2v2 right now. Emails gets taken out. Now it's Sloth.
Dog.
Holy shit space. Holy shit space.
That is an upset. OJ was technically in the lead with three of their teammates, and then Pink just came in swinging near the end. Damn, that's pretty good.
Ransom. Taking the first box. Hello?
PGW.
There's the RPG jump pad combo.
Coming in hot.
Doesn't exactly land. Slothy in big trouble here.
So right there, since OJ lost the first match, and that was a big upset because they had 3 people, and I think their medium did the defib, so it's like technically 1.5 people, right? Let's be honest. And they came back and just wiped out OJ. OJ is now trying to compensate to try to get momentum back. How are they going to get momentum back? They're just going to shift W in. All the planning, all the training, all the little aim bot, the aim assist game that people play because they think it helps them. All the knowledge goes out the window, and then you go to Oonga Boonga mode and say, maybe if we muscle them in, we'll win. But you got to be a muscle guy to do that. Not a lot of people are muscle guys, all right?
But so much damage to Ransom. Though on the back foot, and that's a full-on wipe for KCP.
Did he say he was like chipping his health away or chimping out, like how all the kids are saying that now? Kipping out? Is he saying killing out? I don't know what he said, but it's either toxic or base, depending on what spectrum you're on, right?
Hold on, white for KCP.
3 seconds left, Beaver.
Yeah, this is going to be very, very difficult for KCP. Not impossible.
Yep, muscling.
No, the dome shield blocks the RPG.
T-Mills is running in alone.
Already, T-Mills gone. No defib available for the side of KCP.
Yeah.
Ransom taking it home.
At that point, there's nothing they could do because they already lost the morale. They lost momentum. Now they're trying to muscle it in, and I don't think they're really good muscle players. I don't know too much about these teams. I bet they're all really good players. I bet they all could kick my ass. But just from a viewer watching this in hindsight, I've seen this before, man. I've seen this before.
They're taking the 8th go in the top 8 for America's Cycle 2, Sansoyo.
Ransom beats KCP!
Now they're popping off. Yep, all the prize money, top 8, all the glory.
So calculated in that game. The
EK curse, someone says.
Everyone in chat was questioning.
Don't shoot bodies.
I don't know about calculated.
2-0, which meant that KCP did not make it into top 8. And historically, their team has had some issues with just sort of keeping their mental strong. So that was kind of my sneaking.
If there is a history of them just breaking down, that's very important to the opponent. I've seen many people that know really good pattern recognition. Like if, let's just say it's a RTS and you know the Protoss player is going to go straight into air, you're probably going to think maybe I should just do anti-air. So you're just going to race towards anti-air and then you'll counter him. But the next meta level is like, oh, they know I'm an air player. Maybe I'm going to do a ground rush with like spiders just to like throw them off. And then you get into like the 50-50, 50-50, 50-50 of meta. It's like, did he go right? Did he go left? Did he go straight? Did he go back? Did he go diagonal? I don't know what he's doing, dude. And that's the point. You need to not be predictable. If you are predictable, that's going to be used against you. And if people know that you're just going to crumble under pressure, they're going to push the pressure onto you. Hell, think about like basketball, dog. Remember back in the day when Shaq didn't do any free throws? And people were like, dog, let's just like foul him to get him out. He shoots the throw, he misses, we get the ball back and we win. And then him and Kobe were like, dog, we need to get good. So you know what Shaq did all day? Instead of just being a big like pound of muscle that's just like a skyscraper, he just ran drills. It's like, okay, free throw, free throw, free throw, free throw. He only did free throws. He did that for weeks and weeks and weeks. And then when he was getting fouled on, it was his free throw chance. He's like, not today, dog. And he synced them every single time. And then now they realize, oh, shoot, he's not going to crumble under the pressure of free throws. He's actually a threat now. Then they, instead of playing the gimmick of like, let's just do fouls and make him miss the free throws, they're actually like, oh, we actually need to play the game and be better than Shaq. Being predictable in your strategy that you like because it's a winning strategy, that's fine. But when you play someone that has intelligence, you have to figure out a way to counter the you have to find a way to counter the intelligence. And sometimes that's just an internal change for you.
So I had asked them, what was the strategy going into the last game of the top 16 versus KCP? We saw a game for the first half, roughly 10 minutes, where no cash out was plugged, no kills or death.
I gotta say again, I'm sorry, Appoh, poo, poo. Sorry about all the shit talking. You're right. 10 minutes is pretty wild, dog. Especially in this high-octane game, dude.
Explain what happened and why. Space replied, stalling it was definitely a spur-of-the-moment decision. Once we spawned in and got to the box, we realized we were in a not-so-great spot and saw KCP take center map control. So we said, let's just hold this for as long as possible till they do something. We said something along the lines.
Perfect. That's the thing. Oh my God. This is why they went to top 8, right? If their strategy was to get to the box first and then just go to A or B, they're basically saying, we'll just stay here and we'll see about your master plan. Go ahead. Wasn't there like some ancient Chinese dude who's like, I have no soldiers and no weapons and we're going to lose this point, but let me just play a guitar out in the open. And then the general's like, sir, the enemy is playing a guitar, and the guy's like, must be a trap. Let's not do that. Let's not go in. Let's not shift W. And then they left, and the guy's like, oh, thank God they didn't come because now my reinforcements come tomorrow, and then we could body them. I forgot the name of that guy, but like, it's basically that. It's like, if you have a plan, we're going to wait for you to execute it. If you don't execute your plan, well, we're just going to body you, dude.
Let's just hold it and try to tilt them. Knowing they were having a really rough day and nothing was going their way, and also that the team is known for not having the greatest mental, so we definitely wanted to try and play into that. On the note of mental, I kind of asked if he would consider his team to have a good mental. His reply is, I definitely think we are really good at keeping our mentals in check and are able to bounce back when things don't go our way, like that day, for example. We were griefed multiple times in cash-out rounds and lost one chance to qualify.
That's one strong ability a player must have. When you lose, you got put down your chest. Take the L, put on your forehead, put it to the chest, move on. Because if you're going to get hung up on every small stupid thing that you've like fucked up on, you're never going to win. Everyone makes mistakes. That's whatever. All that matters is winning. Everything is forgiven as long as you win.
Weren't excited about leaving it till the last game to qualify. Despite all that, going into the last game, we were laughing and still having a good time with the situation at hand. And this is something I think is extremely
That's good too.
important.
Yeah, laugh and
Even
have
some
a
of the
good
top
time.
Teams, like we're talking KCP, right? They have won PHL before. They are one of the strongest teams.
I don't know what that
if
means.
not
Is that
the entire
good?
Game, not qualifying to the top 8 was basically not on anybody's bingo card.
Upset.
So
I understand that.
was
Got
kind
it.
of crazy. I also find it really interesting that the team's name is Ransom, and they basically held the box ransom for half of the game.
Cute.
And I wanted to ask him if he has any advice for players who are losing the mental game, whether they are
Get good, nerd.
low rank or high rank. His response was, what helped me was realizing that too much that happens in-game is out of your hands, and you just have to adapt and be able to make smart decisions based on the situation you're in. This game...
That's smart. That's a smart one. I agree. Too much shit happens. You just got to be able to adapt.
Game is pure grief, so getting upset is somewhat inevitable, but you have to be able to keep your cool to avoid irrational decisions that can further grief your own game. So quickly, I just want to thank Space and Team Ransom for answering some of the questions because I thought it was extremely fascinating. And while mental has definitely played a bit of a part in some team strategies, I've never really seen it to this degree, and it was something that confused me so much. Like, just watching the game, I was losing my mind. I was typing in chat, like, just let me in. I want to make this, you know, happen. Like, I want the...
There's two things. I agree and disagree. I know it might be confusing for you because it's like, dude, if you're playing an aggressive play style, then you want to do aggressive play. And watching someone that's not really aggressive, it might piss you off because you're like, dog, if I was in there, this team would have been eliminated like 5 minutes ago. You also have to understand the beauty of just the pure game of chicken. If you're driving a high speed and you have like initial D in the background, it's like, is this guy going to stop and turn away, or is he going to do pedal to the metal and keep going forward? I can understand why this was very like new for you and confusing because you're like, you've never seen this strategy before. But again, if you look at any other game or any other sport or any other thing, this is a viable strategy. Is it a popular strategy? Not really. No one likes to wait for 5 or 10 minutes, right? But it is a strategy, and it is a strategy that could net you a win. Hell, I've even seen top level fighting games where one character doesn't even go for the kill. He just like throws whatever projectiles or whatever stall mechanic he has and just like flies around his opponent or air dash away or backstep away. And he's not meant to do a combo to him. He's just trying to run out the clock. Now, is it exciting? Is it going to make everyone's dick wet? Not really. However, it is a good strategy to win. The guy that's running away strategy or just like holding or camping strategy, he's basically betting, okay, Mr. Hotshot, you think you're so good? Show me how you could catch me, basically.
Box to be moved, and I at first thought maybe Ransom was just nervous. But then as the game progressed, I started...
I mean, he's probably nervous. He's probably, no real talk, he's probably not going to admit it to you because he's like, oh yeah, we definitely had that plan going. Nah, that guy probably got a little nervous, and then over time he's like, I'm not that nervous. Let's see what they could do. Sometimes people being nervous and just waiting, turns out it could be beneficial.
To clue in, like, wait, they're actually playing really smart. They're not really nervous. It seems like they have some sort of reason behind it. And if you guys are curious about our matches throughout these top 16 games, we did actually qualify, and we did it in quite a dominant fashion, to be honest. So feel free to enjoy the rest of that game. Keep your mental strong, and I will see you in the finals.
Yes.
Drop down 2 floors.
Keep your mental strong. Your video almost over? No, you got like a few moments. Let's see. Let's see the play, buddy. Oh, this is you. Okay. Okay.
I'm like I'm floor up.
What are you gonna do, bud? Just stall. You're almost there.
My strike is low.
Okay, mine. Good. You gonna get an ace?
2 bars,
Oh, you almost got an ace, dog.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
I mean, props, you still won, but you almost had an ace. First of all, when that light came in front of your face, I was like, it's over. Especially with Mr. Dashy Man, and you don't have any like sustain. You got like that. You got the pump and dump KS 23, whatever it's called. So I was like, it's already over, dude. And I'm thinking this guy has an M11, but I think I heard like a triple. Might have been a 93R. But the fact that you killed the light, did you even kill the light? Let's go back one more time. Let's go back.
I'm floor up.
Okay, floor up. Yeah, it was a 93R. So you had a 93R. It's a little scary. Not as scary as an M11. I thought you were going to die there because, again, you got the pump and dump, dog. Your accuracy's got to be really good. And this guy's already dashing around like a maniac. But good mesh. The mine helped. Killed. And then right there, your accuracy to kill that light was pretty solid. And then the medium just like finished you off, but it's already a 2v1. And the one is like, what, 2 blocks? 2 blocks, dog. It's GG's. This guy shouldn't went in, but, you know, he had to go in because the timer is like already done. So you checkmated him very well. And also, nice mind placement. I don't know how the hell that happened. Ooh, is that it? Right there next to your subscribe thing? Man, that was good. Good play, dog. You know what? Because of that, dog, it was a great video. I enjoyed it. It gave new people the sense of what mind control is or mind games. It doesn't always have to be shift W and to win. Sometimes it could just be standing neutral for 20 minutes, dog. So yeah, you know what? Let's do it. Subscribe, like it. Good job, dude. And that's it. Appoh. So your title is the most confusing pro play match in the finals. I don't know if it's confusing. It's definitely there. They're just waiting down the clock, waiting for the opponent to make a mistake. Some people, when they think they have a plan and everything's going to be set and going, right? That plan surely crumbles quick when a third factor comes in. And the third factor is just time. You see in boxing where, again, like, you know, they're throwing punches, but then they're just waiting. They're just reserving energy. They're not exerting anything. And they're just, you know, basically like getting their breath back before they go back in. You even see in like basketball where like they are trying to run down the clock. They have an advantage. They have like, let's just say like an 8-point lead. It's like, why make a shot when you're already in the lead? It's up for the other team to try to steal the ball or block the shot to get a turnover to go and make a 3-point. You see it in football when they kneel. You see it in hockey. You see it in soccer World Cup, dog. You see it everywhere. Now, it's really kind of hard to see in the finals because, again, this is ADD bukkake in my eyes, dog. All the sounds, all the coins, all the glitters and gold, right? It's always shift W. But sometimes it's okay to not shift W and just wait to see if they could shift W better. And apparently that one team did not shift W better at all. And it was actually really smart. You know, this is a page in the book for top tier grand finals strat, man. But yeah, anybody watching this video, go like and sub to Mr. Appoh. You know, it's a good video, blah, blah, blah. And I'll see you on the next one. Bye.